Netherlands, Perusa Avari from Pakistan, Diana Rahman from Sri Lanka, Catherine Inaiken from Switzerland, Liechtenstein, Zina Coles from GB&I, Margie Jones is not there, Gemma Pirondini from Italy, my country, Mamta Gupta from India, Kaya Keyola from Finland, and Zivka Stoyanova from Bulgaria. Today's
You
meeting
forgot Yoksan. You forgot to mention Yoksan, media man.
Yes, I know that Yuksen is there. Okay, I'll mention her now and then later too. And welcome to our International in the Wheel editor, media manager, Yok San Cheng. So right? Okay, so I can go on. Today's meeting is an informal get-together between executive committee members and board directors. Most of you are not going to be with us next in a year 22-23, but you have been working all the year long, mainly to keep in contact with non-district clubs, which have been allotted to you by International Wheel Vice President Zeni, and with some countries with districts, but without a national representative as required by the Vice President. Before giving the floor to Zeni, who will lead the meeting with all of you board directors, I wish to thank you for your commitment in keeping in contact with so many non-districted clubs, which sometimes choose not to correspond with you or do not send the information requested. But happily, you often experience very good relationships with these clubs when they appreciate your contacting them, interacting with them, and taking into consideration the issues described in their reports. Some years ago, when I was a board director, I experienced very good relationships with the clubs allotted to me, and I enjoyed my corresponding with them. The role of board director is very important because you represent International in a Wheel and are also responsible for promoting the growth and objects of Inner Wheel. Can you hear me?
Yes.
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 Yes. Because I can't see you at the moment. So, but I go on. Moreover, you work with the Vice President and provide quarterly reports to enable United Nations representatives to disseminate information about the projects and charitable work undertaken by the Inner Wheel clubs. We recently received a report from Board Director Seeta Lakshmi from Malaysia, detailing her successful and rewarding visit to the Inner Wheel Club of Mombasa in Kenya. Now, I think it's time to give the floor to Vice President Zeni, who will continue this conversation with you and with all of us. I thank you for your attention and for your valuable contribution to International Inner Wheel in your capacity as board directors, and wish you all the best in the near future. Many thanks to International Inner Wheel editor, media manager, Yok San Cheng, who has organized this Zoom meeting. Thank you. Now, I give the floor to Zeni, to Vice President Zeni. But I would like to see you, because I can't see you at the moment.
Thank you, President Ebe. All right. For the board directors, I have requested you to submit your final report, the fourth quarter report, and the directory. So that will be submitted, that will be read by the members of the executive committee before our fourth meeting on June 27 and 28. So for this particular meeting, we call this, as Alan has sent an invitation to you, it's going to be a social meeting.
Social, yeah.
The report we're going to read it later now. So what do we want to hear from you this time? So I have sent a message that we're giving you 2 to 3 minutes to, update us of the things happening in your life, in your family. It could be something, of course, happy moments, funny moments, challenging moments, could also be sad moments. So share it to us, because we believe that happiness shared is doubled, and challenges or sad moments become lesser when you share it with friends. So you can also speak about your work as a board director, but you're only given 2 to 3 minutes. So I will start alphabetically according to your first name. So we start the one on the train traveling to back from she's on the train, but she's with us. So let's hear from board director Catherine. Take it away.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I had a very interesting year. I could found a new club in Riga that was very special. So Bina was helping me with that, and they are preparing now for.
Oh,
she was.
Where did she go to?
something.
Maybe she's
in the gallery.
She must be in the tunnel. All right.
Yeah.
So we'll go back to Catherine and proceed with our dear friend from Sri Lanka. Let's hear from board director Diana.
So I will greet in my Sri Lankan way, Ayubowang to all of you, and good evening as well. So actually, I will relate some of my personal experience last month, what I had. Actually, we went on our normal medical checkups, and finally, my husband was detected with a heart, with a blockage, and we took immediate decision to go through a stent. Doctor said you don't need a bypass, a stent would do. And we took an immediate decision and we entered the hospital. And of course, the doctor showed me the block and he did the stent and he said, everything is okay. And he said, I will transfer him to the ICU now. So he was, of course, transferring. At the moment, we had to sit and wait outside the ICU. And there was another lady who was also waiting outside. And then I spoke to her, what's wrong with you? Then he said her husband was having cancer and she was talking to me. And then she said, is that your father? I forgot all my problems.
I'm back here.
I thought, oh, am I looking so young? Is my husband looking so old? But both of us are same age. But at the moment, it was fun for me, So that was a fun moment for me. Then, as I explained to you all, the gas is a big problem in Sri Lanka now. And we have been standing, my maid has been standing in queues for so long. And the third day, she was able to get a gas cylinder. So I was so happy with that. And I kissed the cylinder when she put it to the car. I thought something really, a sweep ticket. I have won a sweep ticket, So I really kissed the cylinder. I thought that was the joy of the moment for me after 3 days to get a cylinder. Otherwise, even cooking was a problem and the electricity cuts are there. So we are going through a hard time at the moment, So, but still, we were able to get something because if you have the money, you can at least get something somewhere. But the people who don't have are really going through a hard time. So sometimes we are really depressed and upset. Even all the inner clubs, they are doing their best at the moment, my country. It's a very sad moment for us. I mean, the people, how they are suffering. Even today, when I went to the bank and I saw how kilometers and meters of people waiting for the queues. The petrol bowsers have not come. So it's a very, 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 I mean, I cannot explain what's going to happen tomorrow. So, but anyway, we are hoping for the best. When it comes to the club work, actually, I'm very thankful to Jenny. The first 3 clubs did not respond at all, but you allocated 3 more clubs from Spain. At least I was able to get in touch in some way. At least they greeted, and sometimes they send me a message, or they said at least they are active. You know, one club in Vigo, now they are going to have a fundraiser because they are going to celebrate their 3rd anniversary after opening. So that is one thing I was so happy about it. And the other club, the Campari club in that is in Spain, and they also they couldn't do much because of the COVID, but they have been exchanging flags. But I have one question to ask Jenny. Exchanging flags mean, is it with ISO to ISO, and can they exchange flags with the presidents, with the national reps, and what is the procedure there?
I think it has been a practice that it's the international service organizer who gets in touch with a fellow
Yes, with
ISO
each
from
other.
another country. It would be better that the ISO would be together with the club president or the district chairman, and then
Yeah, that
give
is
it
the
to
way,
the
yeah.
sister.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
can be done. It can be done, I think.
It can be done.
I think so.
I mean, even a national rep, or even a past board director, whoever it is, can exchange flags. That is not a problem. Is that
Yeah.
totally?
They can be in,
There is
as
no
long as they will
rule.
fit in the picture. Yeah, there's no rule in that. The more the merrier.
Okay.
But
Yes.
normally that's the one that has been practiced.
Yeah,
ISO to ISO.
because e-flag exchange I have seen, I mean, there is no rule. I mean, normally it's going to be ISO to ISO, normal exchange of flags. But now here we can see the exchanging flag with the immediate past president. I have seen when I see the FB most of the time. So that is what I thought I will just bring it up at that also. The other thing is, when you as a vice president, or when you all allocate the clubs, when you all know the previous year, if they have not paid capitation fees, and when there is no, I mean, communication, I mean, we have to have a question mark allocating the same thing next year also to another board director, because luckily, because whatever the previous year also, the 3 clubs what I'm talking have not paid their capitation fees, I believe. So when you allocate the same thing to me, luckily because you allocated the Spain clubs to me, I was able to work somewhere, you know. Otherwise, like, I would have just sent, and actually there is no response at all from Hokkaido club, or even the Taiwan West club, you know. So that is something you have to take a note on,
Yes.
you know.
Yeah, so we'll take note of that.
Yeah.
Perhaps they closed down, temporarily closed down these clubs, Taiwan and so on. Yes.
Okay.
Actually, Taiwan is paying. They are being paid for by the Rotary Club,
Yeah.
but they're not responding.
They are not responding. Even
Yeah.
Pearl also has tried, but we have failed, you know. Even I go to Kapila and all that, you know. So, but nothing worked.
We will try to reactivate those clubs to get in touch with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you very much.
Thank you so much for listening to
Thank
me.
you so
and
much,
it's
Diana,
a pleasure
for
giving.
your update. And
Yeah.
I think your secret there, you're looking young, as that lady was telling you, was because you're in inner wheel. When you're with friends, it makes you young,
Of course.
isn't it? All right. So we now go back to Catherine.
Yes,
I think
I'm
she
here.
made the
I'm
train
here.
stop. So you're there.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm soon
Let's
in
have back
Lucerne.
Catherine.
Thank you. I'm soon in Lucerne, so I have to change then the train there. But I had a happy year. First, I thought pity that we can't meet in person, that we couldn't go to Manchester to meet each other. But I had the chance to go to Austria in April, and I met there from two clubs. I met some people from Banja Luka and Benjalina from Bosnia-Herzegovina, and we had a wonderful time together. It was so heartfelt when we could meet in person. And I can also say, when I met Marchi today, it was very, very, very nice. So I think this is something I really missed a bit, that we can't meet in person. So I hope, yes, to see you one day somewhere. And the contact with Riga is very intense. So Bino helped me there for founding a club. And now they are planning for the charter in October. So everybody is waiting. So we are not sure if we can do that. So yes, we will look how time is going on. I hope that I can go and travel there for meet them. They're really good women, and they are so interested in inner wheel, and this is wonderful to see that. Today I was at the handover in Switzerland, and unfortunately clubs be closed on the 3rd of June, and this makes me really, really very sad. Because I don't know, I can't understand, because I'm such a full inner wheel member with all my heart. So, but I met always a lot of very, very nice people, and this is the wonderful thing of inner wheel. So I hope we can travel soon to go in other countries and meet you, or I don't know, probably you, or you, or you, and we will have a nice time. And when anybody comes to Switzerland, please contact me. I'm living near Lucerne, so everybody will pass here, and then we can have a good moment together. Thank you very much. Thank you to Tenaida for it was always nice with you, and thank you to Ebe and everybody from the executive and my friends. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Catherine, for your update, and we really appreciate you're here with us despite the fact that you're traveling. So thank you for your update. We now hear from the one who just came from Mombasa. Let's hear from Board Director Firuza.
Hello, everybody. Yes, you all have read about my trip to Mombasa. It was really, really very interesting and a lot of fun to go and meet other Inner Wheel members from other clubs and see their projects, hear about what they have been doing over the years. And a lot of the people there in Mombasa have settled there since 3-4 generations from India and Pakistan. And a lot of them speak Gujarati, which is what I and my husband and my family speak. So it was good bonding with all of them. And it gave us a chance to go via Dubai, where my 5-year-old granddaughter is. So that was a lot of fun bonding with her as well. And like I said, they've raised the taxes on foreign travel. So now we'll have a little wait before we decide to go somewhere else a little later in the year, maybe. Next year, in February, my husband and I are celebrating our 50th anniversary. And the same month, my husband will be having his 80th birthday celebrations. So February is going to be a big month for us next year. As far as the clubs are concerned, of course, you've read about what Mombasa has been doing. It's been a great club and has been responding very well. The Mauritius 2 clubs have also been doing good work, the Cure Pipe and the Quatreborn clubs. But for some reason, I haven't received any message from the Quatreborn club about the last quarter that Zeni has been asking us to send. And I'm waiting to hear from them. I'm messaging them regularly. The 2 clubs of Mombasa and Mauritius Cure Pipe I've sent. The problem has been with the Inner Wheel club in Kenya of the Safia club. They have 40 members, they didn't correspond for a long time, first 4-5 months. I got Zinaida to get me some contact from the Norway club, and Cecil helped. And I got in touch with Safia, who now lives in Norway. And the Norway club pays for their 40 members capitation fees. But the club has been not active for the last 4 years. They have not met. The women are not educated. It's in a poor area on the border of Kenya. And most of them are not literate. They have no internet. They have no mobile phone. So it's very difficult for Safia living in Norway to communicate with them in Kenya. But I've asked her to give me some kind of a report.
Who's taking the dog for a walk with
I saw you taking, yes.
And hopefully,
Right, okay. So do you want
and hopefully I will get some kind of report from Safia soon, which I will send Zinaida. The question I wanted to ask from the Mombasa club was President Ebe and Cecil and Zinaida. They have about 12 to 14 new gen members. But the main club members are paying the capitation fees for these 14 new gen members, which is being a drain on the resources of the club. What is the procedure for the new gen members? Do they pay for their capitation fees? Because they are still young, they are not working, some are still students. How do they pay their capitation fees, even if you bring it down? How does it work?
I don't think there are specific rules for this kind of clubs, but of course, if they don't work, if they don't have money, they should be helped by the Godmother club.
The sponsoring club.
Yes, a sponsoring club. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I think this should be the solution if they don't have any money.
That's what I told them. I said the main members, the older members, should support the newer members.
Yes,
and
the new,
you know,
yes.
Yeah, that's how it's being done there right now. So I was just wondering if that's the right thing to do. Because they're still young, some are still studying, some are still doing some vocational training.
Of course.
And most of them cannot afford the capitation fees plus the club fees. So they were wondering how they should do it. So that's what they're doing
say
right
something?
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Yes,
President, may I say something?
Yes, of course. Dina.
You see, this new gen clubs was started in a big way last year. And we formed last year itself more than 70 new gen clubs in the whole world, with of course maximum in India. I have written one article on new gen clubs, which is just published in the IIW magazine with all the details. First important thing that we should all realize is that before we start any new gen club, we must make them realize that they have to pay the capitation fees. And they are supposed to pay it themselves. You see, if we make the sponsor club or the godmother club or whatever we call, if they have to continue to pay, it certainly is a drain on them for a long time. So it is always good to start a club with all these things with great clarity beforehand, so that they are prepared to pay the dues themselves, rather than, the sponsoring club contributing to their fees. Then it becomes a habit and they will not at all be ready to pay, even if they become self-sufficient in future. And also it will lead to some examples like this for other clubs. If they can do it, why can't you as a sponsor club do it? It's therefore better that we start new gen clubs, but we make it very clear right from the beginning that this is the whole way new gen clubs have to perform, and they have to pay their capitation fees. Only thing is, we can tell them to contribute less amount of money. For example, I'll tell you, suppose they have to pay, this is just an example. If they have to pay, say, £4 to the IIW, they should take just one more pound so that, they can help to make the club viable, make the ensure to have some nice projects. In projects, maybe the sponsoring club can contribute or do joint projects with the new gen club, so that they are also slowly, they start making their own projects themselves, as well as get the benefit of experience and knowledge of the sponsoring club. I think this is the way we should do it, not just start forming new gen clubs and then this kind of a situation arises. So this we need to keep in mind in future.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you're right. You're right. They
So
have to
ladies,
be
that is
responsible.
that is my thing. And all the best to Zenaida for her new year. And thank you to Ebe and the team this year. It's been a wonderful year. I've had a lot of experience and I've gained a lot of friends. And I hope we continue to keep together and hopefully meet in
Yes.
Manchester in 2024. All the best to everybody.
Thank
All
you.
the best.
Okay.
Thank you.
The same to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Firuza, for that update. And thank you for the effort of traveling and going to celebrate with the members of IWC Mombasa. We now go to our board director from Italy, Gemma.
Gemma.
Hello to everybody. What I have always appreciated a lot in our great association is mostly its international side. That's why I also enjoyed communicating with my non-districted clubs in Lebanon during 2 years of the 2 years of my office. And I'm very happy because now this year they succeeded in paying the capitation fees, even in a very difficult period of their economical and social life, because Lebanon is affording very, very difficult times. I think it's about 20 years Lebanon has very big problems. Before it was called the Switzerland of the Middle East. I remember when I was a child, and also a young girl. And I can't see you anymore.
We can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear.
Yes.
Oh, that's wrong.
Yes,
And
we can hear you.
But and then international sites includes non-districted clubs, of course, that unfortunately I couldn't see in person because of the COVID situation. But also other things. We couldn't meet together in England always for the same reason, and that's a very pity, and I'm very sad about it. But this year it succeeded in doing something. Besides in Trieste, Italy, the Friendship Days, I also enjoyed the Friendship Days in France, in Aquitaine, in Angoulême, that's a small town near Bordeaux, where I meet a lot, about 500 members and their families. And it was very, very nice. And we exchanged ideas and experiences. And it really was very gratifying. And tomorrow I go to Geneva to meet the 2020-2021 board directors. With Margie, that Margie came here to Switzerland just for not only for this meeting, but also for this meeting, and also some others from here, 2021. And then last but not least, I'll go to Rome next week to meet some very nice German friends from District 89, the district of Brandenburg, Berlin, that I know very well since some years. And so really the international side of our organization is I could do a lot of things, even if we couldn't ever get together. I want to thank a lot President Ebe for her wisdom and their sympathy, Vice President Zeni for the and all the executive committee, and also the board directors, so the friends board directors, so that I hope to meet in future, maybe in Manchester in 24.
Yes.
Hello to everybody. Thank you to, and also my best, sorry, and my best wishes, of course, my very best wishes to incoming President Zeni, and I wish all the best to her.
Thank you, Gemma. It's sad that we were not able to meet. The 2 years were the
2 years.
We are the pandemic board.
Yeah, 2 years and never a meeting, never, no
Yeah.
a single meeting. Really, it was frustrating. It was a bit frustrating.
Very expert in Zoom meetings. Anyway, we'll be able to see each other in Manchester. All right, thank you so much for your update.
Yeah, I strongly hope so.
Okay, we now go to our board director from Netherlands, Karine van Helden. Hi, Karine. Please unmute yourself.
Yeah, I will. Okay, thank you for giving me the opportunity. I've been a board director this year for 6 clubs. I had 3 in Uganda, and I had a club in Trinidad Tobago, and La Matin I had a club, and in Martinique I had a club, so in total 6. Eventually I managed to get in contact with 5 of the clubs, and we exchanged mobile numbers because it was not possible to get a proper Zoom meeting together. So we decided just to WhatsApp to each other, and having the contact as good and as bad as it went. For me, it was extremely difficult because, well, you know, the distance to the clubs in Africa from the Netherlands is a lot of kilometers, and I would have liked to travel to Uganda, but because of the COVID, it was not possible. People of Uganda told me, and I sent them an article of our newspaper, that they had been shut down for at least 2 years. So it's for them it's extremely difficult to get the clubs going, and to get their projects going. For me, it was very nice to learn the difference of projects they have in Africa. They are so much different than the goals we have here in Europe. They are having all set in on education and preventing people to get even more poorer, because that's the case. And we here in Europe, and especially in my country, we have a national project which is called Heart for Women, and is specialized in supporting medical research in heart diseases in women, because they're operating so different than if a man gets a heart attack. So we are sponsoring that research very good. And now at least we are busy for 1 year, and we already had nearly 100,000 euros to give away to the project. So that's very, very nice. The nicest thing of my board directorship was to get an extra dimension of my membership of Inner Wheel. It's not, if you are a member of Inner Wheel, you're in the first place a member of your own club, of course, and you get a president, and then the president of the district, in my case, and of the national board. And it's very nice to get to know more people all over the world. So I would like to plea for a possibility to have an e-club with international members, so we can continue to meet by Zoom, because traveling is not always possible, but to see and to meet each other and to inspire each other by Zoom meeting all over the world, that is my international dream for Inner Wheel. So that's my superb contribution of my membership, of my board membership. But on the other hand, it's said already that it's quite sad we couldn't meet physically, because that's always the best to know each other. Here in Holland, I told you about our national project, and tonight, so I will leave pretty soon. Tonight we have the handover of my club in Arnhem, so there will be a changing in president. It's we are a homecoming club, so we're not having our club meeting in restaurants or in a cafe. We just do it by people at home. We are a relatively small club with 28 members, so every time we find someone who has a house, we can all pop in. It's very nice weather today in Holland, so I think it will be all in the garden tonight. On the other hand, next week, the Saturday, it's not coming Saturday, but the Saturday after that, it's the handover of the national board of Inner Wheel, and we use that meeting to change my how do you call it, my board director symbol, which I have here on my shirt, and I will hand it over to my successor. So that will be very, very nice. And it is also very nice to see everyone again, because we missed each other so much when all the meetings were not possible for so long. At the end, it's all turning all right, and we hope that we can continue in that way for a very long time. And everyone has her booster now, and hopefully in winter time we can stay healthy. And I wish you very nice year, and regret, and I hope to see you one way or the other, or in Berlin by the European rally, or or in Manchester. I will certainly be present, and I hope to meet in person and to have a glass of wine at the end of the day, all together with you. It was a pleasure to meet you, although it was at the Zoom. It was at the Zoom meeting. So thank you very much for me. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Karine, for that wonderful report. And I hope that your plan to that your trip to Uganda will push through, and enjoy your event later.
Yeah,
All right. Thank you so much.
I will try to call them, and when they give the permission, I will book a ticket and I will go. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I will
Thank you. Thank you. So we now go to another board director, Gemma. You're muted. You're muted, Gemma.
Oh, sorry. I forgot an important thing to say.
Yes.
I go to, I said a bit before that I go to Rome on the 24th of June, and there I meet the German friends, and together with the friends, there will be also Cinzia Tomatis, the incoming board director, and there we will pass the badge. I pass the badge to her together with the German friends. So I wanted to say that, but I forgot before. I think it's quite nice to do that with the friends from another country.
So you have a turnover there.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. All right. Now the next board director that I'm about to call.
Zeni,
yes.
can I ask you something? This evening is this evening is handover meeting of my club, and I would like to say something because I have to go with them.
Okay.
And I would ask only, can Alan send me the record of this meeting later, maybe? Because the conversation is very interesting, and I would like
it's being recorded. It's being recorded by Roxanne, our editor.
Okay, but
can you still stay, or you would like to speak first because you're leaving?
I would like to say something a little bit.
All right. Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes, thank you. First of all, I am very happy to see you, all of you here. And I would like to say thank you to the Destiny for opportunity to has gave me to meet all of you. You're amazing and intelligent woman with big hearts. And I think that I gained a lot of experience, a lot of friendships, a lot of confidence. And I think that I must pass on this experience to my friends in my club and in my district, and most important, maybe to the allotted to me non-district clubs, because the members of non-districted clubs really like attention to them, despite of language barrier. And in this reason I say something funny. I write a letter to President of Inner Wheel Club of Corte, Albania, in English, and she answers me in French because she knows French. And many years ago, when I was a student, I studied French, but I forgot. And every time when I write some letter, in the end of my letter, I write something in French. It's very amazing. I'm very happy of satisfaction that I was very useful for my two clubs in Albania. For the first time, their activity were published. Thank you, Yok, for this. Were published on the website and on the magazines, and they are very happy for that. They were delighted with the honor, and I think that this woman work very hard in Albania. In Serbia, we have a lot of problems with language, but in the end of this year, the national representative on Croatia helped me and write me a letter. She has a contact with Inner Wheel Club on Belgrade, Singidum. And yes, and she helped them because they speak the same language. Yes, maybe I have to I had to write in Bulgarian. I don't know. Maybe she understands me. Yes, but I think that in the future, in the next board director, or if I am be, I don't know, maybe go on in our conversation, and will be better, maybe. And a funny moment in my personal life. You know, maybe that my daughter live abroad in Northern Ireland, and because of COVID, I couldn't see my grandchildren for 2 years. And now they came in April, and my grandson, who is 4 years old, heard all conversation and asked mommy, do there all people speak in Bulgarian? Because he thinks that it's not real English, not real language. Bulgarian is not real language. Yes, that's my funny and happy moments. I am woman, ordinary woman who, and I work every day, sometimes every weekend, and maybe in the end of the year I will retire. But I thank you for God for my health, and I would like to thank you for Ebe, for this wonderful team, and congratulate Zeni for this wonder team. And I wish you, to all of you, wonderful summer, but you need to find some time for holiday. Congratulating, yes. And that's all. Thank you very much for all of you, for all opportunity that give me my destiny as board director.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Zivka. That was a wonderful sharing. You look very young, but you said you have already 2 grandchildren.
I'm 61 years old.
Really?
I'm
we're about
61 years old, and I have four grandchildren.
Really?
Yes.
That's nice.
Yes.
I don't have grandchildren
Thank
yet.
you.
Thank you for sharing those happy moments to us, and we'll be seeing you next year, right? Because
yes,
Zivka
I'm happy for
was
that.
re-elected as board director. Thank you so much, Zivka. Now,
thank you.
we will be going to a board director who's not in charge of a non-districted club, but she's in charge of a newly formed district. And let's hear from Kaija from Finland.
Thank you, Jenny. I enjoyed a lot of working with my clubs. I started with 8 clubs and new registered district 222 Alesia. Now we have 10 clubs. The latest is in April, registered in April. And I started contact to every club in autumn, but when district start to work more and more, then I give them space to take more direct contacts. I'm not sure if it's okay, but I'm very grateful to the Vice President Jenny because she was always helping me with my problems. And also, I would like to thank editor Yeksan and Sarita, treasurer, helping and supporting my work. And last but not least, I would like to thank to our president, Ebe, and past president, Dr. Bina, their support, because it was possible me to continue that work they have done earlier. And yes. I think those district and clubs were aware how to work further. But I think there are still work to be done because I have tried to be nice and soft and look at the habit and way they are working. And also I would like to thank our Sissel. I had discussion with her also before Christmas, I remember. And my clubs have been so active. They have increased over 30% their members. And I have tried to calculate it, what they paid fees, but I'm not sure if they have paid correct fees. I'm not sure because they have not started to work. Those clubs, new clubs, they started in autumn. 3 started in autumn, and one new generation club started before Christmas, and the latest in April. And I thank all of you because the whole board directors and this organization have given me support to work, and I have enjoyed a lot. I wish you a happy holiday now, and all the best for the coming Innoville year 2022-23, and I hope we will see 2024 in convention.
Manchester.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
Let's hope so.
Thank you, Kaija, for your work with our new district 222. It's having like a baby.
Yeah.
So you really have to do a lot of tender, loving care with this new district, and I think you have done that. And thank you so much for that.
Yeah. Today I sent all those what you have sent today. I sent them all the clubs again.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I work with district. Yeah. Thank you, Jenny.
Okay. Thank you. Let's now hear from our board director from India, Mamta Gupta.
Yeah. Good evening and namaste to everybody. Friends, as soon as the names of board directors were declared, we all board directors were extremely excited and immediately connected with each other. And it was, it was like we know each other since ages. This is the uniqueness and beauty of our Innoville. Friends, time flies. over us, but leave
Yeah.
a shadow behind. And our year is on the verge of end, and I'm really enjoyed my year. Board director post is quite interesting and quite responsible too. However, let me tell you, friends, I have enjoyed it immensely, and especially connecting with non-district clubs. And I acquired a thorough knowledge of their countries, like I got Lithuania and Poland. And when I was Googling them, their countries, then I found myself as if physically I'm present there. That was quite interesting for me. And in future, definitely, I would love to visit Lithuania and Poland. I have got 5 non-district clubs, 4 in Lithuania and 1 in Poland. And whatever I have received from our Vice President Jinaida, I have forwarded them, and I have got the response. Like initially, just one club was responding. After that, all they have responded, but not all the emails. Some of the emails they have responded. But I'm really happy. All the 5 clubs has paid their dues. That is really, that means they are quite interested in Inner Wheel and they are doing good work. Like Inner Wheel Club of Corners, they have wrote to me. They are doing very good work. They are helping women and their children, African and Asian, and they have supported to Ukrainian women also and their children when this war is going on. But they have wrote to me. I would like to read. They could not achieve any member growth, unfortunately. This is because the wives, sisters of Rotarians have possibility to join Rotary Club in Lithuania together with men. Purely Inner Wheel clubs become less attractive. So they're really sad for this part, because ladies are not joining Inner Wheel, because now they are more very interested joining Rotary. So I would request our incoming President Jinaida to think and work something for this. This we really need the growth in our thing. And rest of the clubs, they are doing good work. They have sent me their report, but Jinaida has sent us.
My connection is going.
My connection. I'm audible.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, thank you. Recently I've sent the email, but I haven't got any response. Just from one club I have got the response, and I have forwarded it to Jinaida also. I'm really happy. I have worked with them. And friends, I would like to quote an American poet, Maya Angelou. I have learned that every day you should reach out and touch someone. People love a warm hug or just a friendly pat on the back. How true this is, friends. In Inner Wheel, we are doing this, and we are doing the service to the mankind. I would like to share my personal experience with all of you. This is not very recent, but this is during the pandemic only. Like, pandemic has taught us that nothing is impossible. The world was stand still, but the wheel of Inner Wheel was not stopped. It was moving constantly. Like, I used to go out and feeding the daily wages earner people who could not go back to home and stuck nearby places and had no cooking facility, actually. I felt the need was so important that lockdown could not stop my Inner Wheel spirit, me. Like 556 days daily, around 500 people were served food with the help of local area people. But I have got so many help. Like, when people used to see me on Facebook, I'm doing this help, they used to call me, they used to send me the money. And not only the Inner Wheel, the unknown people also were sending me money. But I really felt sad. Like, there are 2-3 old people used to come, and they used to eat food there, and they used to bring one small box, and they used to ask us to pack the food. So I asked one person, why you are taking so less food, or whom you are taking. he said, me and my wife is there all alone. Nobody is there to cook us. We can't cook ourselves. And tears were in his eye. That really heart-wrenching for me. People had money, people had everything, but they could not. They had no food. They could not cook themselves. That was really sad part. But can't help now. Everything is okay. God is with us. And this Ukraine fight is really, really heart-wrenching for all of us. But I'm really happy. We could not, I could not do anything, but I'm really happy. Many, many clubs I have seen on the Facebook, many people, many our clubs are helping those Ukrainian people. That's really good. Friends, I say work hard for what you want, because it won't come to you without a struggle. You have to be strong and courageous and know that you can do anything. If you put your heart, soul, creativity, just keep on believing in yourself and turn it into something positive. And friends, that is very, very true. And I'm an eternal optimist and a passionate believer in inner wheel's ideals. So my journey continues, and I must end by saying I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep. And friends, I would like to thank our IIW Vice President Jenaida for all the help, support, and guidance. 24/7 she was there. Whenever I used to write mail, she used to give reply. So thank you, Jenaida, for all the help and support. And President Abby, so beautiful, calm, and quiet. And I'm really blessed to work under your leadership, and all the International Inner Wheel Executive Committee for all the help and support. And my friends, board director, we are talking over telephone, and it's really, really wonderful working together, but sad we could not meet. Like everybody said, soon we will meet in Manchester 2024. So see you, friends. So keep it up, be healthy, and see you soon all.
See you.
So thank you everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mamta. For your hard work and for sharing those inspiring stories and the quotations that you have just read to us. Hope to see you also very soon. So we now go to our board director from Malaysia, Sita.
Yes, hi everybody. For me, I was very happy to be part of the team and to meet all the big guns of IIW. Very happy, but only sad that I could not meet any of you in person. Okay, so I only see all of you on my computer screen. The only one of this team whom I really know is, of course, Yoksan, because she's also from Malaysia. Hi, Yoksan. Okay, I found it very challenging to communicate with my non-districted clubs because I was given Ukraine, and I wish I had taken the time to learn some Russian. That would have made my life so much easier. But anyway, from what I see in the latest magazine, IIW magazine, I see that some clubs in Bulgaria have been helping them. So it's good that Inner Wheel members are helping other Inner Wheel members, whether it's from us or some other clubs, they are receiving help from Inner Wheel members. So that's good. Okay, I really wish that they will communicate better with the next board director who is assigned to them. And it has been a real pleasure getting to know all of you, although just on the computer screen only. And I hope that we will meet together soon. And thank you, Zeni. Thank you, Abby. Thank you, Sarita. Thank you all board members for all your friendship. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sita. I know you've been through a lot of stress during the time when the Ukraine war broke, because she was being contacted by some of our members from the NDC clubs in Ukraine.
Yeah, but
so
I also, sorry.
we really were not We
And
were
I just,
helpless at that time.
yeah, I mean, I just realized that maybe they are not chartered at all, because they told me that they don't have a charter certificate. So I have sent them all the charter application forms, and they've promised to get back to me. So I'm not sure whether they actually chartered or not.
My goodness.
According to her, right? They are sending the payment, and they were following up the certificate, right, Sita?
Yes.
So that is why we were checking their club name.
Yeah.
It's not on the list. That's
it's not on the
because
list.
she was saying a
Strange.
different club. She was saying a different club.
Yes.
That is
yes.
because the papers still has to be sent to IIW. So let's wait for the reply.
Yes.
And she said that the payment has been made,
Okay.
except that the papers are not yet with us, right?
Yes.
So kindly keep on following on that.
Yes, I will. I will definitely. Yeah.
Thank you, Sita. All right. Last but not the least among the board directors is our friend from GBNI. Let's have Zina. Hi, Zina.
Hi, everybody. Delighted to be here. Sorry, I've not been able to take part in any of the meetings this year for health reasons. I've spent more of my inner wheel year in hospital than I have at home. Anyway, I'm delighted to be here now. And I'm even more delighted I've got next year to really learn about international inner wheel and being a board director. And I will do my very best and say my health is now touch wood, a lot better, and I'll be with you next year. I'm delighted to hear so many of you coming to Manchester. I was part of the convention bid committee, so I can't, it'll be absolutely splendid, and Manchester is a wonderful place to be, and of course the birthplace of Margaretta Golding, so couldn't, and there's a plaque there and everything, so couldn't be nicer. You will have a lovely time, I know. My good year for this year actually was to be able to celebrate a special birthday 2 years late because of COVID, but we had a family celebration, 31 of us in a house in the Peak District, which was great fun, very noisy, but lovely, and 3 or 4 generations all together. So we had a ball, and that's what it's like, isn't it? You're not able to meet, and then when you do, you can have a wonderful, wonderful time. Anyway, I'm looking forward to working next year as opposed to getting better. So thank you very much anyway, and I'm sorry I haven't been able to do anything this year, but I definitely will make up for it next year. Thank you very much, everybody. Bye.
Thank you, Zina. And we're happy to learn that you're much better now, and looking forward to working with you in the next inner wheel year. We have heard from all the board directors. I didn't miss anyone, right? So we will continue. We'll also would like to hear from the members of the executive committee, but this being a social meeting, before we continue and hear updates from our executive committee members, let's have some virtual games. Are you ready? So allow me to share screen. I researched to what genre we belong. So I'm having this game, just a few songs. It's called Name and Sing That Tune. All right. So allow me to share screen. Help me here, Yoksan, in case. All right. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, the first song. Yoksan, can you, if you know the title of the song, please type it on the chat box. And then Yoksan, can you tell me who gave the correct answer first? All right, so let's hear the first song.
We can't hear.
Type into the chat box.
So,
Dancing
was
Queen.
there someone?
Diana.
Dancing.
Diana. Okay,
thanks.
Diana.
Yes.
Diana, since you got the correct answer.
Yes, it's the
Dancing
song,
Queen.
not the singing group. Catherine did say ABBA.
Oh,
Sita said ABBA, but then it was Diana who said Dancing Queen.
Dancing Queen. So let's hear. Oh, was there somebody who got the correct answer, Yoksan?
Nope, but Sarita says she can't hear well.
Oh, you can't hear it?
I think Sarita is on your side because I can hear it quite clearly.
We can
Are
hear.
you all okay? Anybody having problems?
No.
So do you know that song?
I think that's a tough one, Jenny. I think that's a tough one.
All right. The title of that song is Terminal.
Oh,
Terminal. So here is the song. Okay, you sing with me. Oh, that's it's really hard. Okay, last song. Let's see the other song. Maybe this one, you know. So did someone get it? Yoksan?
No, nobody has typed anything. Type in.
Oh. Okay, let's sing it. This is a popular song during our time.
Sugar pie, honey bunch.
I love you and nobody else. Okay, that's our game. We'll continue later. So anyway,
I'm awake already.
We now go. Yes. So you're awake already.
Yeah, I'm awake.
Or in the case of Sita, Yoksan, and myself, we're sleepy. It's almost midnight.
Yes.
All right. Before
okay.
we proceed with the members of the executive committee, let's hear from someone, although she's not a member of the international governing body, but I would say that for this year, she has done a wonderful job. And I think all of you will agree to this. So let's hear from our international editor and media manager, Yoksan Cheng.
Thank you, Zenny. Hello, everybody. Preston Abe, all the members of the executive committee and the board directors. I'm very honored actually to hold this position, even though it's for the year, and I enjoyed it very much. So what do you say when you enjoy your work? I would say that in your mind, you would think that you have the best job in the world. Yeah, because actually I learned about so many things. My first time on an international board, I mixed with so many different people from different cultures, different languages. And if I don't have Google, I think I'd be totally lost. Every time there's an article that comes in, I would have to look up and check whether what is it in English. And I know that our readers worldwide would need to also understand. So yeah, that's a bit of a work, but it was very interesting. I think what I enjoyed most was that, you know, when you listen to what people say, what they write, you sort of feel how the experiences that they're going through. And that's very invaluable. It touches your heart when people do such good work. And I would think that my work is actually happy work. Why? Is because every time I write something and publish something, it is to bring up the name of Inner Wheel. It is to express how what we have done that is good, and it makes me feel good. So I think that I've got a good job, fantastic job, and I want to encourage other people to take up this post. I would think that the future of Inner Wheel is good. I'm very confident because we have been having some thought about what are the strategies in the coming year. And I think Karin's dream of more Zoom and all that would come true. We would have, I think, better collaboration with technology coming in. I don't want to burst the bubble, but I'm telling you that we are thinking of actually more tools using the internet, making us more powerful, making this organization work more collaboratively worldwide. It won't be just a local project. We can expand it out to a national level, to an international level in due time, if we know that we have the tools to collaborate. So we can work across borders and not just, like, for example, Ukraine. Look at how fast we can work, all because we have the internet to communicate. So I think our future is bright, but we must endeavor. We must defy age. And I'm one of those people. I'm not too old, but I'm not too young. I already have 3 grandchildren. Sorry, Zenaida, you have to catch up. And yeah, and I think that we are going to be fine. We are going to be better. And I'll be around. I'm always an Inner Wheel member. I love
wonderful work.
Yeah, so I think all of us do. So we'll be around, and I'll see you all in Manchester. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Yoksan. She's really an expert when it comes to work of, publishing. So thank you. See you in Manchester. All right.
Before, maybe?
So, or before, yes, just before. So we now go to the members of the executive committee. So the first I am to call is from Norway. Let's hear from Sissel Michelsen, our Constitution Chairman. Sissel, you're muted. Can you, yeah,
Am
there.
I there?
Yes,
Thank you.
yes.
Dear friends, take everyone on one in once. And I must say, this year, being the Constitution Chairman, hasn't left me with much time to do much mischief outside. You know, it's been a year full of work, and every time I could sort of, with good conscience, do something else. That was good. like now when I can go out into my garden and dig into the soil and get my fingers are always dirty these days, or at least under my nails I can't get it out. You know, when they're getting holes on my things I try to wear, but so on. But I think we have been a good team with Ebbe as our big boss, and I think we also have a lovely year next year with Seni. They're always there, answering, doing good work, and Bina and Sarita, you know, they these Indian girls, they know a lot of things, and you have a lot of members, so there will always be some very good Indians with us. And so I didn't plan to say much here today because I thought this was the day of the board directors, but you know what happens when we are in as a big team. We are more than a football team here, aren't we? With the board directors and us, and good people on any team should, as a football trainer said in Norway, should make one another playing the best they can. We can't just play for ourselves, score the goals and so on, but we have to work together so that we can score goals together. And then I think we can do a good thing next year when we can really work wonders, because a good team is a God-given thing, actually. And I think that if we get to know one another, and this is also practicing geography and history and whatnot, being on a team. And I must say, mentioning the 4 girls on the team, we also are very pleased with the work Alan has done for us. But since he's not here, I think I should give most of my praise today to Yoksan, because what you have published this year for us, for all of us actually, the presidential letters, you know, newsletters, and the 2 magazines, and the good thing is that you also made us write, which is good, and we need that practice, and we need to believe in ourselves that we can do things. So I'm very pleased with what you have asked us to do, Yoksan. And people are giving you praise all over the place, actually. And this is coming back on all of us. So with Ebbe's team, with Zeni, with Bina, with Sarita, and with you, and then the rest of the girls. And I must say, it was so sad when we lost the 16th member. Jutta, she was a lovely girl. So I hope that we have a full team, and I'm glad Seni is back on the team next year. No, not Seni, but Zina.
Zena.
Because I think that's a good thing. So and it's just how wonderful we can work together. Though some of us are getting older, I think I'm the oldest on the team, but you know, inner wheel makes us young. And in my club, we have one who is 93. She's still driving her car. And when she was 89 at a meeting, at the club meeting, she said, "Do you know what, girls? Tomorrow I'm going to pick up my new car and nobody in my family knows about it." And that is also, it makes us strong, makes us, you know, independent. So let's go on being the good girls, being, yes, doing something for others. And when we do something for others, we may be pleased with ourselves too. And that's not bad either. So have a lovely summer holiday. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cecil. All that you have said are really very true, very applicable to us. And I really admire that every Saturday you're traveling from Norway to Sweden. Very, very energetic. Thank you, Cecil.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go now to our treasurer who's leaving tomorrow for Italy to attend the wedding and then go to Manchester. Let's hear from a dear friend. I call her Sari. Okay,
Yeah.
Sarita, take it away.
Yeah, thank you, Zeni. Thank you so much. And first of all, I would like to thank President Abe. She made me feel so comfortable. Abe, you really made us all feel so comfortable. I was very nervous, in the beginning when you attend your first EC meeting. You're so nervous, what are you going to be asked? How are you going to be, how are you going to answer? But really, thanks to you, Abe, you made us feel comfortable. And you also gave us a chance to speak. You gave, equal platform to each one of us. Well, friends, I would like to talk about my journey. I lost as board director. I lost as treasurer. I was a loser. And my first win, my first success when I became the treasurer, I was so excited, so happy, so thrilled, because when you're yearning for something and it comes to you, the thrill is totally different. And I was waiting for 1st July so that I could take over my responsibility. And once 1st July came in, I realized how tough the job was. It was not easy as I imagined. And initially, it was, we do finances in India also. I'm also into finance. I help my husband, but this finance is totally different. What you do in UK, and initially I had goosebumps. And with Alan and Liz, they really helped me a lot. And then Alan said he's sending the gizmo by courier. I didn't know what a gizmo is. I had never seen a gizmo. I was wondering whether it's going to be like, what it's going to be like. And when I received not one, but two, I got a heart attack because I'd never seen such an instrument in my life before. I didn't know how to use it. I showed it to my husband. I thought, he's a director in a company and he deals with 2,000 workers. So I thought he will know, but he said, oh, I'm clueless. And but then Alan and I had a Zoom meeting with Alan and with Liz Thomas, and then they taught me how to use the gizmo, and now I feel very comfortable. And in fact, I told Zeni, I will teach you how to use it when your turn comes in next. And friends, what do you call a successful treasurer? Who is a successful treasurer? A successful treasurer is one who brings in more money to the treasury. Yes, because of Abe's, whatever you say, luck or her hard work, whatever it is. Friends, we have started 209 new clubs. And from the previous year, that is 2020-21, the net increase in membership is 5,234. So haven't we made the treasury richer? Yes. So congratulations to President Abe and to my team members. Yes, Zenaida, I'm looking forward to work with you. We were friends, Zeni and me. We were both trying for board director. She was trying for board director. I was trying for treasurer. She made it. I couldn't make it. But we so happy that we got the opportunity to work together now. And this is the first time, among the executive members, I'm the only one who has not visited Manchester, our head office. And I think I'm most excited about seeing a head office and to meet everybody in person. And then, of course, Dr. Beena, she's from my country. And I know her since when I took over her as NATRIP, for India. She was national representative before me. I was a successor. I worked with her in the executive in India, and now I work with her in the executive in the IIW. And about Cecil, I would like to say, yes, I learned a lot from Cecil also. and especially the way she has been managing so many problems and keep on drafting letters and letters. So it was a fun, the teamwork is very good. We had no issues, touch wood, and we hope to continue in friendship next year also. And Yoksan, commendable job. Congratulations to you. You made us all right, as Cecil has said. And thank you so much, Zeni. I look forward to working with you again. Only Cecil and me have not changed, and we have not changed in the team. And Cecil and me are in the same position. And so we're looking forward to working with you. And I'm also looking forward to my holiday in Italy, though I will miss President Abe as well as Gemma, because coming to Italy and not meeting my friends is something that makes my heart bleed. But sometimes, a man proposes and God disposes. It's like that. But I will be meeting Abe in Manchester, so that makes me happy.
Yes.
And Zeni, you had asked us to bring a glass of wine, and I'm very upset with you because you have not asked us to have it as yet. So, Zeni, with your permission, can we? At the end, okay. Okay, I put my glass down.
You can take a sip.
And
you can take a sip.
Yes. No, we'll have it all together. And thank you to the board directors. Because of you all, your cooperation, your help, we could make our treasury richer. The ND clubs, most of them have paid their dues. So thank you so much. And I really learned a lot this year. And I'm looking forward to another year of more learning and more work. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sarita. And you're doing a very nice job as a treasurer. She's very strict, and that's a good asset. And enjoy your trip tomorrow. See you later at the end of the month. All right. So the next lady I'm going to give you is very knowledgeable. We learn a lot of things from her, and she speaks with wisdom. So let's hear from our immediate past international president, Dina Diaz.
Thank you, Zeneda, President Ebe, and my dear friends in the executive. I don't want to give a report because the title of this entire meeting is socializing. So there's a lot to say, but then I don't want to say anything much. My report would be exhaustive enough. And I have also got my short report printed in the IIW magazine. But yes, I have enjoyed my assigned role as looking after the extension and the expansion work of Innerville. And the year started with President Ebe's cooperation and support, and all of you together on 1st July itself, when we all formed the first controversial district, Alasia 222 in North Cyprus. And then from there onwards, a lot of things have been happening, and I got the chance to visit Pakistan. My detailed report is on the way. Maybe by tomorrow, latest by afternoon, the executive members will receive the entire report. And of course, then I also went to Turkey, to all the 2 districts of Turkey, and 242, 244, and to our district 222 Alasia. It has really been a wonderful experience traveling to these places, understanding them, learning about their work, the way they perform, the way they handle. Sometimes in India, we are more, I would say, very methodical, not in that sense methodical, but we go by the constitution. And we try to organize our meetings, our projects, everything according to this protocol and a lot of things in mind. But here I find that there are things which are probably not in line with what we preach, with what we try to tell to all the countries and Innerville members. But then, yes, I got that opportunity because my main role was to go and provide training to them in club administration, membership, protocol, leadership, soft skills, all these training programs were arranged. It was extremely hectic and very, very exhaustive, very tiring. But then, I mean, they did not give me, we generally say in our country, we say, give some time, for rest to the president, some time for rest to all the speakers who come and all. But believe me, I mean, if you ask them also, they will just hold their ears and say, sorry, but we could not give enough time to Bina to even, not even in the night. I used to go home to the hotel room at about 11 and get up by 5:36, ready by 8 o'clock, run for the sessions. So it was quite hectic, but very enjoyable. I loved it very much. And so many clubs have been formed. And I could also provide training to some countries on Zoom. In my own country, we had an exhaustive training program for all the district chairmen, 27 district chairmen at the Incoming Chairman's Institute last month. So programs are going on, a lot of things are there to keep us engaged. At the same time, Yoksan would be telling me, Bina, send me some articles. I want to publish something. So those article writing work was going on also simultaneously. And, keeping yourself busy with all this work is so important. It makes you, like Cecil said, it makes you younger when you are with younger people. And yes, Sarita is younger, Zanaida is younger, and looking at them and their future, I'm sure that they are going to perform very well. Friends, I must also admit here that as Cecil said, Sarita said, I'm sure Ebe will agree with me that they are lucky to have a good committee this year. Unfortunately, I did not have such an harmonious working culture in the last 2 years. But this year, thanks to President Ebe and Zenaida, with whom I had already worked, and Sarita, of course, I know her well since last 12 years, since 2010, when we both were together in the executive committee, national executive. It has really been superb for me, because this year what I enjoyed has made up for all that we could not do last 2 years. And Ebe is a witness to everything that has happened. I would like to thank President Ebe, Zenaida, Cecil, Sarita, for such a wonderful, harmonious working that we have had. And our discussions, we have kept everything away from, there was nothing personal. Everybody knew that neither I have to say anything in my favor or their favor, or we were all working in the interest of Innerwheel. And that is exactly what we need to do in future also. So let us keep away all our personal likes and dislikes and everything aside. Let us try to always look at Innerwheel as a world Innerwheel organization. Then only, I think, not only our performance will improve, but also our harmonious working relationships with everybody will also, not only improve, but maybe strengthen us further and further. Board directors are always a pleasure to work with. I also, as vice president, work with them. It was always nice to be in touch with them, because they were doing such good job working with the NDCs. And in my year particularly, I organized training programs for all the non-districted clubs. 36 countries and more than 85 clubs participated in the training programs that I had organized for the non-districted clubs. So board directors always do a great job according to the responsibilities that they are already informed. So I would like to congratulate all the board directors this year. And it's nice that we will be, of course, meeting in Manchester, but I would like to request President Ebe, and I would like to request myself also, that when we all meet in Manchester, let us organize some group photographs of our own years, so that, it will be a good remembrance for all of us that this was the group. We couldn't meet personally this year, but at least when we meet in Manchester, let us try to organize group photographs of each one's year, and keep up that memory for years together. That will help us to, relive our past as beautifully as if we have always met together. So once again, congratulations to President Ebe, to my team of executive members, and to all the board directors. Congratulations and lovely to meet you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm home now. You see, I'm home now. I'm at home. Can you see me? Hear me?
Catherine.
Yes,
Okay,
I'm
you are.
home now, you know.
She's home.
Now I'm home.
Good to see you, Catherine.
Yeah, now I'm home.
Good.
When I went to Geneva last year as vice president for the UN meeting, Catherine arranged quite a lot of things at that time for me. Unfortunately, she herself was sick and she could not meet me personally at that time. I love you, Catherine, for all that you have done for Latvia and the new club.
Thank
that has
you.
been
Thank
formed
you.
this year.
Maybe we will meet us in
Yes,
October
yes.
in Riga. I don't
Sure.
know, you know, we will
Yes, yes.
keep you updated anyway. So
Yes,
you never
yes.
know.
I'm
We will have
planning
to
to
take.
go. Yeah, I'm planning to
Yes.
go to Riga
Me
in
too.
October.
Me
Yeah,
too.
good.
So I'm crossing fingers. No, like this. Okay. Yeah, that's great.
I did not have the chance as vice president to go to the UN centers because of the pandemic, but I have close communication with UN representatives, the 6 of them. And as vice president in charge of the board directors who are working for the NDCs, I am very pleased working with them because they're all very cooperative. They submit the required reports on time. And the board directors, I'd like to tell you that what you are doing, taking care of the NDCs, is a very important job, because if I counted how many NDCs we have, where there's about 80, I think, when we started, 80 NDCs. So we really have to take care of them, because if they feel that they do not belong, they will fall out. So your work as board directors is really very, very important. And my life as a board director and now as part of the EC has really changed my time zone, my time schedule. It's good it was pandemic. So I'm home most of the time. And you know what? I developed a, what do you call this? Herniated disc, where the posture of my head is not good anymore, because most of the time I'm on my laptop, I'm on my device. So, and most of the time I'm sitting down because I'm on the laptop. So I have to have a therapy, about 6 sessions, and somehow they taught me what stretches I have to do. So that's the effect of being working at home. And I can easily I reply to most emails because I'm at home. But in the Philippines now, it's opening up. So there are some invitations, some inner wheel invitations, or some personal invitations. So I would go out already, but I have the phone. But the problem now, looking at the phone, it's very difficult, especially if you're reading attachments. So and I also have this challenge of my husband would tell me, "Come on, let's sleep." Oh no, I'll sleep at 1:30 in the morning because Alan will close the office 12 midnight in Philippine time. So when he is gone in the office, then somehow I can relax already, but I have to finish the answering emails of my fellow EC members. And at 1:30, no matter how I try, somehow my mind is already, that's what you call the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. So I really enjoy my my time in Inner Wheel, in especially at the international level, and I enjoy the international character because I can see the different cultures of our friends in the board, and especially would like, as mentioned by my fellow EC members, our dear president is very, very kind. She lets all of us shine. She has this distinct character where she does not you know she's very, very accommodating, and she lets you discover what's good, and then she would later, when everybody would give their ideas, then she will speak. So she's a very, very caring leader, very, very caring president. So I have learned a lot of things from them, from President Ebe, from IPP Bina, from Sarita, and of course Cecil. And sometimes really there will not be days that would pass that you are not talking to them. So that's an advantage of this pandemic. So I have time. Come on, what's the problem? I'll answer. So the moment I won't be answering, that means I'm out. Now I would like to share on a personal level that for this year, our family has been blessed with so many favors from God. I have two children. My eldest and my youngest both passed the bar exams, and my third child, who's also a lawyer, got married to another lawyer. And I'm waiting for my first grandchild, but I don't ask them. I don't want them to feel pressured, although I'm tempted. So what can I have? When can I have? So it's really a blessing to have all your prayers answered, especially for your loved ones and for your children. And I'm excited to travel next week to meet the members of the executive committee and have our fourth and first EC meeting at Altrincham, United Kingdom. So thank you so much to all the board directors and to my friends in the executive committee. And now I would like to give the spotlight. I will now spotlight her for everyone. Let's hear from our dear Pink First President, Ebe Martinez.
Okay, thank you. Now, I don't need any glasses to speak. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for all the good words. All of you used to try to define what the International Inner Wheel President, the current International Inner Wheel President, represents for you. Well, I always say that yes, I am the International Inner Wheel President, but I feel as one of the thousands of Inner Wheel members all around the world. At this moment, I am number one in the world, but I don't feel better than the other ones. I feel as if I were the same as all the other members, independently from their nationality, of course. We are all the same. We have to work, when we join in a wheel, we have to think that we are joining a wheel to give our contribution, to try to do something which is useful, not for us, but which is useful for people in need, for people who suffer, for women, as it was the case this year, because I think that we should be humans, should be all be considered at the same level, which is we have the same rights, we have the same capacities. We are able to learn. We are able to create. We are able to work. But from the point of view of human rights, we are to be considered the same. So there are no privileged people. We are all the same: women, men, boys, and girls. This is just to say what is our, which is my mind regarding inner will. I began I joined Inner Will many years ago, 38 years ago. And I immediately began to work, to give my contribution to Inner Will, but always when I was asked to give my contribution, because I didn't pretend to be a president or any other role. And when I began a president for the first time, my friends asked me to be their president, and I was afraid, because it was my very first experience. And so I asked my husband, "What do you think?" He answered me that he told me, "You can do that." You can do it. So I did, and this is always my opinion about myself, which is I don't want to ask, but if people ask me to do something, I do my best to answer their request. This year, I think that we have worked very much, a lot, since the beginning. Also because it is difficult for us, we haven't had the possibility to meet in person. So everything must be done by Zoom from time to time, but generally by sending emails and letters and so on. And I think we have had a lot of problems to solve this year. Requests from our members, from countries, from districts, and so on. So lot of work to do. But we tried to collaborate, sending emails and trying to solve these problems, and then going on. The international president generally visits many countries, but this year there was the COVID problem, so I decided not to travel too much, because you know, this pandemic is still there. I listened to the TV this morning or yesterday that there are a lot of new cases in Italy, and not only in Italy. So it is a very serious illness, And my children, my daughter and my son didn't want me to go abroad. So I decided to stay at home. But I was invited by many countries, and I generally accepted their invitations. And I visited these countries virtually, that is by Zoom, on Zoom meetings. And each time I had to also to deliver a speech. And this was a lot of work for me, because I tried to make different speeches, not always the same, of course. So it was also I had to try to know something about the country which was inviting me, and I tried to find information about this country, not about from the geographical point of view, of course, but from the point of view of their services, of the situation they were living that moment. So I spent many hours, not only during the daytime, but also and perhaps more at night, because for me it is easier to work at night than to work early in the morning. I prefer working late at night. So generally I go to bed at 3 in the morning, sometimes 4 in the morning, and 3 hours after I have to get up and to begin my day. So I think I have tried to I've tried to answer all the requests I received from many countries, and also many countries invited me many times. One of these countries is Bangladesh. I think I was with them 8 times during the year. But not only Bangladesh, also the Philippines, and Zeni knows that I participated in many meetings, online meetings with Philippines. India invited me many times, not only the national president, the association president, national representative Sarojika Tiar, but also many clubs in India. Many clubs, not only clubs, but also international service organizer association and so on. And every time I tried to not to miss these occasions. Sorry, these occasions, to meet them, video recording messages, or speaking during these virtual meetings, or also sending messages for their souvenirs. Yes, it is it's a term I didn't know. I mean, I know the meaning of the word souvenir because I used to speak French too and to study French too. But by souvenir, I think they mean the publications which are edited at the end of an inner wheel year. So I sent a lot of them, and I'm going to send the last one I already prepared by WeTransfer, but you know, it takes a lot of time to transfer these messages, 3 hours, 4 hours, lots of time. Anyway, I will do. I decide I traveled a lot in Italy because at a certain moment the situation, COVID situation was better. So I visited many clubs, but on many clubs it is charter presentation, anniversaries, district meetings, and so on. And our editor, media manager, has just published in the magazine, Will magazine #2, my article, in which I wrote all the what I did since the beginning of the Inner Will year. That is all the invitations I received in July, August, September, October, November, December, and so on. And now we are in June, and I am going tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, I'm leaving for Udine, where I was invited by the Rotary Governor of District 2060 I was invited to their last meeting, and then I will go to Gorizia for the meeting of my district 206, and then I will go to the Inner Will Club of Brescia Vittoria Lata in Italy, because there is the turnover installation of the president, and the next president is a lady who is not very young, but she is 99 years old, and she's going to be the 25th or 26th president of Inner Will Brescia Vittoria Alata. And I will go to Brescia. She will, I'm going to stay at her home. And then the day after, there is the celebration. I mean, not the celebration, the change, the turnover. And then I come back home. And then I'm ready to take my flight to Manchester on the 26th, and we'll come back on the 30th. On the 2nd of July, I am supposed to leave with my son. We go to Sicily by car. It's not very near to go to Sicily because I live in the north of Italy, and I have to go to the south and then cross the Straits of Messina. And finally, I reach the country where I will spend my summer. Not holidays, my summer, because I know that also the immediate international past president, immediate international will past president has a lot of work to do, and so I'm ready. I will be ready to do my job, and then I think we are going to meet in October again for the executive committee meeting, and perhaps also meeting with the board directors if it is if Zeni things. She's going to organize also the international governing body meeting. I think so. It depends, of course, on the COVID. Let's hope the situation will be better and that we can have the possibility to travel to meet, because it is something different when we meet in person. Before, I remember when Zivka was telling us her experience and so on. I remember that she was national representative too. And when we went to Bristol, when the national international meeting was organized by Phyllis Charter, and we went to Bristol, and I met Zivika for the first time. So I met her 5 years ago, perhaps more than 7 years ago. And this is nice because we have very nice memories of the previous years, because we met in person. What can I say? I think you will read the article which has been published in number 2. I will prepare my report for the incoming executive committee meeting, but I think that I have tried to tell you what I did during this Inner Wheel year. It was a very important experience, very nice experience, very rewarding experience. I'm receiving the short reports from DC chairman and from DC chairman, national representatives too. And I realized that the theme was accepted, and by all, more or less all countries in the world. It was appreciated, and also I think that many new clubs have been formed. Perhaps we didn't reach the percentage. I had suggested 10%, but good number of new members have joined. So I think I am satisfied with these results, and I thank all the clubs in the world, all districts, all national representatives, all members, of course, and also my colleagues, the executive committee members and board directors, for the help, and I'm happy to meet most of them next year. I'm sorry Bina won't be with us, but I'm sure she will keep in touch, even if she will not be a member of our executive committee. But I think that what she suggested us and what she taught us during her presidency is something which we have to consider and to take into consideration some suggestions she gave us, I think, are still very valid. So I think we can close our meeting. I thank you very much, and I thank you, Zeni, also for having organized the second part of our meeting. Very nice, and I think we can say goodbye to each other. We will meet in a few days in Manchester. Some of us will meet in a few days in Manchester, so we have to prepare our reports and our all our all our papers, and to have the possibility to make a good meeting and send the replies we have still to send to our members if possible. Thank you very much for your patience and for the good work you have done and that we are going to continue to do. My sincere thanks also to Yok, who gave us she tried to spur us to try to give more information to communicate with our members, not by phone, not by Zoom, but by means of her articles. And also our members in the world had the opportunity to let them know. And when their articles were published, they were proud to have been present in this publication. So thank you very much. We learned something or much, I don't know, because it is not easy to be the editor. I think I was editor in my club for 1 year and a half, but it is, I think I did my job, yes, but it is not, I think I'm not the right person to be an editor, but I did it because I realized that there is a difference between a person who invents to be editor and a person who is an editor, which is who has studied and who knows her job very well. So many thanks, Yok. I learned something more than something from you. And I accepted your corrections because I think that I think that if you want to make corrections, it means that it is necessary to make corrections. It is not because you want to be different from the other person, but just because you know your job very well. So that's why I accepted without protesting your corrections. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. See you See you in a couple of days, more or less. I mean, not all of you. I'm sorry that many of you will not work with us next year, but you know, it's life. If we are elected, we are there. If we are not elected, we stay at home. But this does not mean that we don't feel we are inner will members. So thank you very much for your help, for your contribution, and see you in Manchester. I think that is the easiest thing to meet there in Manchester in 2024. Yes, I have something to tell to York. On June the 30th is the International Day of Asteroids. So you know that there is an asteroid which is called Golding in honor of Margaret. So I'm going to send you something to publish if you agree.
Oh yeah.
Because, okay, I will send you a couple of pages, not only for the International Day of Asteroid, for the International Days in June, because I think I would like to end my year with also with this communication. Okay, bye-bye. Thank you very much. See you.
Before we leave the Zoom room, let's raise our glasses, and I'd like to.
Yes.
Where's your wine, Sarita?
Yeah.
Okay, there.
Full.
I'd like to propose a toast for our dear President Ebe Martinez in grateful acknowledgement and sincere recognition of her sterling qualities and exemplary leadership displayed in the pursuit of the objects. So cheers to President.
Cheers to all of you.
Cheers. And cheers to other members of the executive committee, and cheers to the board of directors, and cheers to Yoksan.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
And wish you all best wishes to all of you.
Thank you. Take care, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you so
Bye-bye.
much.
Thank you very much.
You know Zeni, you know something? Before every meeting, what I wait for? I wait to see a new hairstyle and a new neck piece. Every time she comes, Zeni is with a new hairstyle and a new neck piece.
It depends on what time. I'm about to go to bed.
But you look nice. You look nice. It's a compliment.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for
Bye.
hosting.